So I'm going to describe a game for you, and you will probably guess, or maybe not, what this game is. So there is a game. This game allows you to play with a split screen. So you got one screen showing this one world, and another screen showing a world that is somewhat similar to the other world, but you're playing one character in both worlds. So you're controlling the same character in both worlds. And so you can do a puzzle in one world and it allows you to enter a room in another world. Or, basically maneuver around this area. You would have to use the other world. And again, it's just a split screen. That's all it is. It's a single player split screen game. What game did I just describe to you? If you guessed the medium, that was not the game I was thinking of. The game I was thinking of was a DS game called Chronos Twins. Yes, Chronos Twins, which is a game that released in 2007, came up with this concept first. The medium has this concept, and they might think they're the first ones who has created this concept. They might think that. That's why they patent it. And that's why I'm talking to you about this, because of that patent and what I recently found out. So they Bloober Team patent the split screen mechanic, and so no company can use that mechanic without talking to Bloober Team first. Of course, Bloober Team says it differently, but they say they cannot, like, if you wanted to, like other companies, like for example Warner Brothers, they patent the Nemesis system that you see in the Lord of the Rings games, Mordor games, because so no other company could use that, and there would be a big legal problem. And that is the only reason why you patent things like this, because you don't want the idea being taken from another company. You want it to be solely yours. The problem with Bloober Team patenting this is they didn't create this. This is not an idea they created. This is an idea the studio Enjoy Up Games created. And they should have all the rights to it. Now, of course, I don't know if they're still around, but maybe the publisher's still around, Oxygen Games. I don't know who owns the Chronos Twins IP, but whoever does, they could sue Bloober Team. Now, the reason why I say this is because back in 1992, Sega released a game called Virtual Racing. This game allowed you to change 4 different perspectives on the fly with a single press of the button. You can change to 4 different perspectives. And they patented that concept, so no other game could use it without asking Sega's permission. And Sega did sue companies like Nintendo, because Nintendo did use it for one of their racing games, and they sued them. And so Nintendo and Sega, kind of ironic that Nintendo's doing this, but Nintendo and Sega, not Sega, Nintendo and Sony got together and they searched for a game to see if there was a game before Sega that did this concept. And they found a game in 1991. That's right, before virtual racing was a thing. They found a game called Star Wars Flight of the Death Star, I think it was called. And in that game, you can change your perspective from first person to third person. And with that, they were able to get the patent removed, because it was proven that Sega did not come up with this idea. And basically what I'm saying, if there's a video game company that wants this patent to be removed or something, I feel like they could just take Bloober Team to court and be like, hey, they do not own this patent because there was a game released in 2007 called Chronos Twins that did this exact same concept. And I think someone should. I genuinely think this patent should not exist. I don't think a lot of patents should exist. Honestly, I think it's stupid that you should like create something and not let other developers use that idea and expand it. I don't agree. I don't think they should. Like, I think other game companies should be allowed to use the Nemesis system. And I think it's funny that Nintendo was sick and tired of this patent, that they went and found another game so they could like take Sega to court. While Nintendo was doing the exact same thing Sega did to them when they tried to make a game that had an idea similar to this patent. Because Nintendo's taking Power World to court because of their patents and shit. And it's so fucking silly that this is happening. And this did happen. But the reason why I learned this information is because and the reason why I want to make this video about the medium patent is because I watched a video from Slope's Game Room. Thank goodness his channel did not get deleted. Slope's Game. There's a video that explains it in the description what I mean by that. But he made a video guide called 4 Gaming Patents That Ruined Gaming. Probably 4 video game patents that ruined gaming. Probably weird gaming history. And they talk about the virtual racing patent and how Nintendo and Sega were able to take them like to court or something to get the patent removed, and it worked. And so I believe if either the Chronos Twins person who owns that IP wants to make a next game, they don't have to go to Bloober Team. They could just take Bloober Team to court and be like, you don't own this fucking patent. We should own this patent because we came up with this idea. But also, don't do that. Have them remove the patent, and then that'd be it. That patent's gone forever. Because I think it's stupid to even have this patent. And that's just the truth. Also, I just want to make it clear. I do not hate Bloober Team. I do like a lot of their games. I love their Silent Hill games, and I'm excited for their next projects. Chronos. What is it called? Chronos. The New Dawn, I believe. And I'm excited for that game, but I just don't think this patent should exist. I think it's a dumb patent, and I hate all patents. I think they do ruin gaming. Anyways, that's all I want to say. But I do thank you for watching. I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye bye.